All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome, everybody, to the 6th race of the National Rock Racing Association. We are here at Pretty Place in Tennessee. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, hence the name Pretty Place. Love that beautiful drone shot there. This weekend is presented by SCS Transfer Cases. I know most of our bouncers this weekend you'll see run but a few years ago, me and you, I had just got here, pulled down, come out, checking everybody. We had stepped inside the production trailer 2 years ago, and it just opened up and dumped rain on our UTV class.
Yeah, so. I was having a little bit of deja vu this morning. But so if you hear a little scrambling around later and then we disappear, that's because we went inside the trailer.
Yeah. we're moving the production inside of the production trailer. Versus being, we do have a nice awning, Clyde. Luckily, got us a nice awning, keeps us from the rain and a little bit out of the sun. So we do appreciate that, but it only does so much when it hits that torrential downpour. So,
but hey, that's part of the excitement. That's the adventure. We say always an adventure out here. So. Yesterday we had our UTV stock and UTV Cup classes racing, and just in case you missed that action, I can go ahead and tell you guys who our top 5 ended up being for each class. UTV stock, Cody Kaysen took the win. He was racing for Max Lawrence's points, and then we had Dean Roberts in 2nd, Cohen Ellison in 3rd, Brantley Havens in 4th, and Brandon Davis in 5th. And then for UTV Cup class, Tim Cameron took the win. And then we had Cooper Bentley in 2nd, Nathaniel Bell in 3rd, Dylan Dowler in 4th, and Josh Krapinski was 5th. So that was yesterday's podiums racing action. So hopefully you guys were able to join us for that. If not, as always, you can go back and check out all that content on Rock Racing TV's YouTube channel. We got a lot of great stuff on there. So first of all, welcome to Hillside Live for today. To our online audience joining us on that YouTube channel, and to our television audience joining us with Speed Sport and Power Sports World. And if you missed any of that content, go back and check it out on that Rock Racing TV channel.
It was a great day. No rain, so it was a great day of racing. A little dusty for us. Again, we kept getting dusted out in the booth, but they're calling for rain later today. I don't know how that's going to affect the course. I know we got a little bit knocked the dust down. I think it made just enough to make it a little bit slip and slimy, so
it's a little slick out there.
Might hear some of those horsepower motors roaring later today. So I think you'll hear some of that as well. And again, I think that hopefully we'll get everything done before the rain sets in.
Yeah.
But it's anybody's day of racing, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. I know we are working on getting our UTV Bounty class lined up right now. We've got a great lineup of drivers in all of our classes today. I think we actually have the most limited bouncers that we might have had yet in a class.
I think 5 or 6.
We've got late entries in several classes, so we got a lot of racing to do today. So hopefully you guys can join us for all or most of it here on Hillside Live, and if not, you can always go back and check it out later. You can always head to that nationalrockracing.com, our website as well, if you want to see the point standings for any of the classes at this point in the season as well. Kind of keep up with who's got what as we start making our way on that downhill side towards finals.
Yeah, and I think that's right. We are past the halfway point. The 5th race was technically kind of our halfway point. Because we have 8 regular season races plus the Battle of the Bouncers at the end, which will be more of a select invite type situation, and they'll have all the multiple courses. The guys will be racing; it'll be head to head. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that as the season goes on. So it's really incredible to see how hard guys are pushing now, but how the end of the last race of the season will kind of be a crapshoot to see how it breaks out. And again, having that head to head style, you don't necessarily have to have the best race ever. You just have to.
You're just gonna be better than the other guy.
Beat the guy next to you. Again, you could have a horrible race as long as it's a teensy bit faster than the next guy. You're gonna pan out okay.
And it sure is exciting for all of us to watch.
It really is.
But speaking of the rest of the season, I've got our schedule in front of us, and we might as well just go ahead and look at those dates because we are winding down, and we're on the back half of the year now. So our next race is going to be at Hawk Pride in Alabama, and that'll be August 21st and 22nd. And then it'll be Rush Springs Ranch in Missouri, September 11th and 12th. And then it's going to be finals already at Winrock. That's in East Tennessee. And that'll be October 1st through 3rd in that Battle of the Bouncers style that Matt was talking about. So if you guys forget or want to go back and look at those dates, you can head once again to the website, nationalrockracing.com. You can also check our socials and find all that information on there as well.
Yeah. And again, it's you can also check race results, which I know a lot of the drivers definitely do a great job, as well as National Rock Racing Association Facebook. Clyde has a lot of cool graphics he puts up that shows points for that race, points for their season. So that's always neat to see, how each driver fared for the season as well. I mean, for the race as well as the season. Very neat to see. Again, you can check out the National Rock Racing Association Facebook page. Obviously, race results are posted very quickly onto the website as well.
Yeah, Clyde does do a good job of getting them up really fast. But speaking of points, before we start sending our UTV Bounty class, let's take a look at our top 5 in points coming into this weekend. So this is where we are overall at this point in the year. Nathaniel Bell in the lead with those 451 points, a very comfortable 72-point lead over second place Casey Howell right now. Martin Stewart in third, and you can see Alston Tidwell and Riley Pete rounding out our top 5 in points for Bounty. And you know what? Casey Howell's not here this weekend, and I don't know as he's got anyone running for those points either in Bounty for him. So we'll see how things go for Nathaniel Bell, but he's already got that really nice, 72-point lead currently. But like we always say, anything can happen in racing, and then especially with our Battle of the Bouncers format going into finals, that can easily shake things up too. So it's going to be an exciting day of racing. We're going to throw up this course layout for you guys. You can take a look at, this is what our drivers receive a couple days before the race. Clyde will send these out for each of the classes and both courses so they can study these course maps. You can see that the flags are there so the drivers can start looking at, I need to stay to the right of this, RCB flag or go around this Amsoil flag, whatever, and start getting that course in their head. And then obviously they can walk it as well the morning of the races. They can also do pre-running if they want to actually get the buggy out onto the track and run around it a couple times and make sure they've got it in their head.
I know some of our UTVs are operating that first big turn between the Edelbrock and the Spider off-road flags. That first big long straightaway, that first turn, I think is going to kind of create some problems. The uphill right there, there's lots of very rough rocks that they have to go up and then immediately have to turn and come down. It's a new course. We've never ran it before. They cut all the trees out of the way. So it's going to be a very wild ride, I think, for our drivers. They've already had a lot of those rocks exposed. So I think it's going to be a very interesting day right there alone, especially if we get some water. And then course 2 is going to be a little bit more turny, but most of the course we've ran before except for that first big loop. So I think it's going to be very interesting. That's something definitely you want to watch for the drivers. It's a lot of exposed rock, big mud. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems for drivers. You're definitely going to see some high horsepower rigs out there. Guys are definitely going to be getting on the gas and going for the gold. So it's really going to be interesting to watch, and spectators are going to love it. Drivers, maybe not so much, especially if we get some rain here setting in soon. So it could,
all of these folks out here that are braving the elements, they came to see a show. So, and I don't think they're going to be disappointed today.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure.
Matt, you need a little caffeine over there?
I do.
All right, let's head to the line and see who's going to be starting things off for us for Course 1 of UTV Bounty, and it is Max Lawrence on the line. Here we go.
Hawk is hot.
If you're just tuning in, this is our first driver of the day here at Pretty Place Off-Road Park. Max Lawrence starting things off Course 1 for our UTV Bounty class. Remember, the Bounty class races the exact same course as the Bouncers. So this is about the toughest thing we have to throw at our UTV class.
So you can see right off to the kind of the right center of the screen, you can see that flag with all the tape wrapped around it. They have to go around that flag. At a distance, you can see all the tape that is streamed around. It's kind of the inside-outside turn. They have to make it around that candy cane tape, but we have about a 50-foot wide area of variance of where we can go. He is absolutely getting it there. Making his way down that last downhill section. All right, through the finish line he goes. That's going to be our first official finisher. That's a 78.988 for Max Lawrence.
Hey, that's a pretty good start to the day, Matt.
I was very impressed. Again, those guys were absolutely getting it. They had a handful of side-by-sides down here pre-running last night and a couple bouncers. I think everybody was kind of speculating what it was going to do. Got Nathaniel Bell sitting down on that race line starting gate.
Next up, Nathaniel Bell. Let's go.
We have a lot of racing we're going to do today on this Mickey Thompson Mountain.
We sure do. Nathaniel Bell next up. He is our points leader like we discussed. If you missed it, Nathaniel has a 72-point lead coming into the weekend. He's coming off a win at our last race at West Virginia before our summer break. So hopefully he's able to bring some of that momentum into today's racing as he makes his way up the Edelbrock edges.
Again, you can hear him just hammering down to get through there. You can see all those big rocks are kind of pushing through the dirt.
He obviously got home. He was proud at first.
Uh-oh.
I see the back tire spinning.
Is his front right pulling? All right, so it's his front left is out. Out of the game.
Man.
Not today to be on three-wheel drive. You just feel a little too hard for a 2x4. You got to hit it with a 4x4 at least. Look at that. The tool man's already expecting trouble.
Man, you can see that back tire spin. I think they said his front right is, but that front left definitely is not.
There you go. Come on, keep it moving.
He's trying to get free, and again, had a great run going there. I'm not sure if he broke an axle or broke something in the front diff.
Man. This is probably the first time he's ever been sad to be home.
Again, Max Lawrence, Nathaniel Bell has no stranger to the podium. He and raced our Bounty Series last year, did an awesome job. He built a new chassis for this year. He is always out there battling hard. I couldn't tell if it was Martin Stewart or Cody Kaysen. Yeah, Cody Kaysen. They're both about the same height, so I was kind of gauging to see who it was. But again, Martin, seasoned driver with us as well. His mom and dad were out here yesterday cheering him on. His dad used to race a bouncer with us. They rock out the Bat Cave Customs. Martin up there kind of giving Nathaniel Bell some pointers, trying to get him unstuck. See Bub Meadows peeking through those race line flags up there. There's Keith, our fearless recovery expert up there. Gonna get Nathaniel pulled off. All right. Why we get Nathaniel Bell get off this hill and get him recovered? We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we have an entire day's worth of racing action coming your way right after this.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by SCS GearBox, Raceline Wheels, Amsoil, and Edelbrock.
Hey, oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yeah.
Whatever you drive, however you drive. AMSOIL specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicle. Our Shop by Vehicle tool takes the guesswork out of picking the right oil and filter for your vehicle. Then choose the best product and packaging option for you and get everything you need to complete the job shipped right to your door for the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Shop by Vehicle at amsoil.com.
The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
What is up, everybody? We are back. It looks like they've got Nathaniel Bell recovered off the hill. You can see the sun has come out, and hopefully we will have some perfect weather the rest of the day. Everybody's tuning in. Appreciate everybody. We're in a pretty place off-road park in Tennessee.
I think we've got Alston Tidwell on the course now.
And shout out to Keith for doing our recovery.
Right there from your right side of the tree. You saw it. Good job.
Matt, if we don't get any more rain, it's going to tack up pretty quickly out here, I would say. It didn't pour for a long time earlier, so I don't know how deeply it kind of sunk in out here, but it's some pretty sticky mud.
Yeah, there was a few places it was pretty powdery on top of the hill, so like there I think it's going to tack up nice, which again, when you're coming down some of these ledges, it's kind of nice to have a bit of traction.
Got that Bluetooth front end. Lost connection.
Again, this Bounty Series runs the exact same course as our limited and unlimited bouncers. These guys are just signing up to take a beating.
Alston making his way up that raceline ridge. Oh, and I see at least one front wheel not pulling.
Yep.
Yeah, front left. Dang, just like Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Well, we're still doing a little better than yesterday because we saw 2 whole wheels fall off, 2 buggies in a row yesterday.
2 in a row.
It was a rough start to the Cup class.
He is giving it all he's got. And again, he doesn't have much farther to go and then turn around and come to the finish line. So again, if he can make this last little climb.
Come on, Alston. Alston is 4th in points coming into the weekend. So, you know, top 5 is a nice place to be halfway through the season. Especially in the bounty class, where we see, like West Virginia was rough on our bounty class, and where I'd say that's the class where we see the least successful runs.
Yes, I think that's the great way. The least success.
But it is not for lack of trying, that's for sure.
Right here is the turn he needs to make. So if he can back up and make this turn, it is literally all downhill from here.
One day we'll get our T-shirts made, Matt.
Yes, that would be a great.
It's all downhill.
That'd be
from
a great
here.
Feature Driver Friday shirt.
We don't question miracles.
Yes, we don't question miracles. I love that. My brother Nate sent me a shirt yesterday.
That was a new one for yesterday.
He's like, we don't question miracles.
I don't even remember why I said that.
Yeah.
But Alston needs a miracle here, too, speaking of, because he's got about 30 seconds to finish this course. So we do have time limits for the hills. Usually it's about 4 minutes. Sometimes it'll depend on the course and how long, and difficult the course is. But once our drivers hit that mark, whatever the time limit is, and they have to continue making forward progress. If not, if they stop or have to back up after that, after that time limit, then they're done.
And there
I don't know, Alston, did he make it?
Just rolling to the finish line.
He cut it a little close, but he got through the finish, and with a 2:69.429. Way to stick with it, Alston. I see some pink on that starting line. We've got Madison King on the course. Great to see the Kings back out here racing with us. They took a break for a few races, and, life gets busy. We get that.
Yeah.
Glad to see them back out here, though.
Ooh, I think it's bumped to the neutral. There we go.
Madison raced with us yesterday in the Cup class. Did a great job. She is no stranger to racing in the Bounty class either, or ending up on the podium.
That's true. That's true. Again, got a little girl power out there. I know we have a lot of youth racers that are female drivers. Very cool to see.
Things aren't looking good right now for Madison, though.
Yeah.
Not sure what's happening up there.
Her brother Nate's running up the hill. Go check on her and see what's going on.
That's pretty impressive that he just ran up that muddy hill, too. Because, as we always say, the cameras don't do justice to how steep the hills are, how tall the ledges are, how deep the ruts are. Just everything on camera is always more, or I'm sorry, everything in person is always more than it looks on screen. So the fact that Nathan just ran up that muddy hill.
Well, I was like, right about there where that vehicle's...
He's hooking and digging.
Yeah, right about where that vehicle's sitting is where I stopped and took a little lunch break yesterday when I was climbing that hill. Me and Nick and a handful of us were checking it out, and it's very steep.
We got Clay Kaysen and Tim Cameron sitting up there, enjoying a nice view of the course.
Yes. I'll never forget back before we had our live feed, there was one time we were at Dyersburg, and me and Timmy were just laying in that kudzu, just laying off to the side, just watching guys go by. Timmy didn't have a care in the world. He was also like 100 points ahead of everyone else at that point, so he wasn't too worried.
And he'd probably already walked the course 14 times.
Yeah, and it was just so funny. It was like, the course quieted and started, the cars were lining up, and Timmy's up there literally just laying down, just not a care in the world.
Oh, and it looks like Madison is unfortunately going to be pulling off the course. I'm not sure what exactly happened with Madison there. I know she did take a pretty hard lick on course 2 yesterday. UTV Cup was kind of a rough landing. So I'm not sure if there was something residual damage in there. Is this Jessie Riley? I think it's Jessie out on the course.
Justin Hooper. Justin Hooper is his
Justin
racing.
Hooper.
Yes.
All right. I saw the purple and thought of Jesse.
And who told me that was Cooper. So I was like, he's like, it's an H, not Hooper, not Cooper. I was like, I found that very funny since Cooper was the one telling me.
This must have been one of our late entries.
Yeah, so we had a few late entries. A lot of guys will wait because of the boundary series. We've discussed this before. Some guys who race the Cup Series or stock class will wait to see if their buggy holds together, and then the last minute be like, I'm going to race too.
Yeah, they got to see how Friday goes first.
And then we had like an impromptu Bounty Hill yesterday. Some guys went out trail riding. So you never know what Friday night might hold.
This is true.
Sometimes on Saturday we have a impromptu drivers meeting and have a few late entries. So.
Dad and I were able to go out and hit the trails last night, too. There's some nice riding here at Pretty Place. We're in Belvedere, Tennessee. If you're in the Middle Tennessee area and are looking for a new place to try some riding, you'll have to come out to an event sometime.
Yeah, it really is incredible. Again, as he comes down, you can see how big these boulders are as it's just thrashing around.
Making his way down that SCS slope. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Matt, remember how I said, good thing we didn't have this problem like we did yesterday?
Yeah.
I spoke too soon. Everybody brought their Bluetooth wheels.
Yeah.
And forgot to connect them.
Yeah, it looks like it's falling off as we speak.
Well, you were talking about how rough the rocks were.
Yeah, they are very violent.
Exhibit A just drove by.
As I walk the course, I am astonished and impressed that we have UTVs that are able to do this course.
Yeah. I know we've got some drivers that make it look easy, but like Matt said, once you actually go out and walk it, and it's so different than just watching it on your screen. It really gives you an appreciation and the perspective of how difficult these hills are.
Yeah, they're gnarly. All right, we got an AMSOIL action shot for Hooper.
All right.
Man.
Well, we do hate to see that for any of our drivers. Hopefully we don't have too many of those today or anymore. This is Jesse Riley on the court on the line now. The other purple buggy that I was thinking of. All right, here we go with Jesse Riley.
Ooh. He was flying to make that jump. Jesse raced with us yesterday.
Fighting his way up those Edelbrock edges now. Uh-oh. Lost a little momentum. Entry. Oh. It's just a little bit of freestyling.
Yeah,
We'll freestyle on the course right now.
Nothing wrong with that. Go, baby, go.
Nice.
Again, you can see how massive those rocks are. Again, and the tape there kind of helps corral you around. I think we're going to see some drivers really try to send it to get up to that tape and then work their way around.
They have to. I mean, I'm turning around and looking at the hill, and then looking at the screen, and it's two totally different things. Like, if I'm trying to give you guys at home an understanding, if you've never been to a race in person or and never been out wheeling in a buggy or something, like, you'll just have to take our word for it.
Yes.
Just trust us. It's a lot more difficult than they're making it look right now on your camera. Down the SCS slope. He's about halfway done.
We saw the UTVs take this line yesterday, kind of working around versus coming up those big ledges there.
Well, he's up the raceline ridge.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Never say that.
154.582 for Jesse Riley.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got Nash on the line. Gary Nash. He had to drive all the way back to Chattanooga last night. Just to come back and find out. I think he said he blew a train too or something. I don't know. I'm paying attention.
All right, Gary Nash, clock is hot. I heard Zach on the live feed saying that he drove all the way to Chattanooga last night to pick up a front diff to put this back together. Again, that's awesome, and it shows the level of commitment that some of our drivers have, which is just absolutely incredible. I know he raced with us yesterday as well. Again, I think the trick is going to be just carrying a lot of momentum into that big first uphill section. Seeing how much momentum they can come through there, as well as, working, navigating those tight rocks, tight trees.
Tight trees, yeah. Oh, yeah, we are at Pretty Place Off-Road Park this weekend. It is in Belvedere, Tennessee. Winchester is maybe a slightly more recognizable town, about 15 minutes away if you're from the Tennessee area. So it's a beautiful park out here.
Again, get a little squirrely coming down that hill.
Matt, I really love that we have this whole Mickey Thompson mountainside, and
dang it.
Speaking of mountainside, but we've got 7 different classes running on a race weekend, and this whole area is spectator friendly, and we're able to make courses for all of our different classes and keep it all in this one spot here at Pretty Place. So that's always nice when we can go to a park like that.
Yeah, and again, we'll hopefully get a drone shot later. There's spectators packed in every nook and cranny down here at the bottom of the hill.
There's a giant vine hanging from a really tall tree over on the hill, and I've been watching kids swinging on this vine like Tarzan all day yesterday, and they're at it again today. I'm like, man, this is what would be a better childhood activity and memory than coming to the races? A lot of these kids out here are racing themselves today in our youth or even teen class, and having a great time hanging out here with everybody. We do have an AMSOIL action shot to share with you guys. Let's check out that rollover one more time. Man, we hate seeing that for Gary. He got hung up on the comp cam's cliff, we'll call it.
I hear the horn. So I know what that means. It means Nathan King is sitting in that race line.
That's right, old
gate.
General Lee.
He said he had somebody actually reach out and said, I want you to have a horn so much, I'll pay for it if you order it. He said one of the ladies was like, we love your horn. That's so cool. Again, Nathan and his sister Madison have both been out here racing with us this weekend.
Yeah, we hadn't seen them in a few races, so love having them back out here with us again. I think Nathan King's been been a busy guy. I think he got married.
Oh,
and
really?
Building a house.
Okay.
Some big stuff going on, you know.
There we go. Again, these hills look easy as they come down. They are actually monster hills.
Yeah, you can see how he just dropped down that ledge. Even the downhill stuff is a consideration.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And I can tell you that it feels totally different when you're in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
You are fighting the steering wheel. You're bouncing. You're trying to stay out of the trees and stick to your line that you picked out, you know, when you were walking the course. And you see sky, tree, sky, rocks, the mud's flying, hitting your face shield. And it's a whole different thing.
It's so true. You just see sky, tree, like, you know, sky, dirt, sky, dirt.
Nathan made it through.
74.920 for Nathan King.
And that is our fastest time right now on course 1 for UTV Bounty. So Nathan with that 74, followed by Max Lawrence with a 78, Jesse Riley with a 154, and Alston Tidwell with a 269. And then we've got a handful of DNFs as well. I'd say we're a little over halfway. Maybe a little more. I'm not sure. There's a handful of drivers in here that I'm not sure if they actually made it for Bounty or not. So,
all right, we got this radically awesome looking wrap from Riley Pete backing in that race line starting gate. Again, he's another guy, kind of a hard charger, if you will. Likes to get out there and battle it down, so I'm sure this will be a very exciting run.
So, Riley Pete, send it.
whoa!
Something
man.
Wow. Something is broken. He came out of that starting gate wide open throttle, and it was not moving. Yeah, it's right rear. Dang it.
Well, he's definitely stuck in a tough spot there.
Yeah, that right
and
rear.
That three-wheel drive, I don't think is going to get him.
I think he came out of the starting gate. I think something was broken because when he took off, he was wide open throttle, and it didn't really move. It didn't take off and accelerate like I thought it should.
Well, that's Wade Good right there, trying to help him get out of this sticky situation, but I think he's just going to keep sinking. So we'll get some recovery up there. And help Riley get off the course. Man, I hate that it's right there. Didn't make it.
Yeah.
Very far. Oh, it's rough, but it's racing, Matt.
Thanks to some burly guys. We got a little manpower up on the hill that we're able to push the front end over.
Hey, when the horsepower's not doing it, then there's always manpower.
Yeah, get them powered off the hill.
We do have an AMSOIL action shot that we can check out.
Man, that was a thrashing ride there. Luckily, was able to put it back on all fours, but man, the way it hit the embankment there, that's a rough ride.
Okay, Peter, you're 12, so keep you ready to get you up here as soon as possible, brother. You got this. Come on.
It's absolutely insane how many race cars we have just packed in this Mickey Thompson Mountain right now.
Yep. Yesterday I said it looked like a Buc-ee's parking lot out here. Everybody trying to find a lane.
It is.
Trying to find their spot. This is like Buc-ee's on a Sunday afternoon parking lot right now.
For real.
All right, here we go with Jeter Hamilton on the course. Jeter, a young driver that joined us yesterday also for Cup class. See how he can handle Bounty. It's been a little hit or miss so far in Bounty.
I love that you can hear.
We've had 4 finishes, 5 DNFs, and I just heard it looks like front left isn't pulling now for Jeter.
He was wide open throttle, and it really wasn't climbing near as fast as it should.
These Edelbrock edges are eating people's lunch today.
Yeah, there's a handful of rocks that are sticking up out there that are kind of just slowly getting, slowly extruding more and more from that dirt.
Doesn't look like his front end at all is pulling right now.
And as these guys slowly expose those rocks, it's going to get rougher and rougher.
Not to mention, almost all of these buggies raced yesterday as well. There's a handful that are just here for Bounty, but so they've already seen abuse, and who knows what kind of potential damage might be,
I think we're going to
might be lurking.
I think we're going to see even more carnage coming up. I was telling somebody this morning on the phone. I said, I don't want to roll. But right next to that is I really would like not to break today. But I don't know if that's going to be in the cards for some of this course. It's just absolutely so gnarly. The Mickey Thompson Mountain may cause way more havoc than we anticipate.
It's been known to do that, that's for sure.
Brandon Baldwin on the line.
I think it's Brennan Baldwin.
Oh, Brennan Baldwin, a newer racer with us. He raced yesterday, I believe. Or I think I saw this chassis down here yesterday. We had several new guys race yesterday, and a handful of chassis. I saw some of them pre-running last night as well.
It looks like we've got about 3 drivers left for UTV Bounty. This is course 1 and our first class of the day here at Pretty Place Offroad Park. And Brennan Baldwin out on the course now.
Hey, we've seen some weird breakages today.
Oh.
A lot of axles and diffs coming out of the UTV category.
Oh. Getting a little sketchy there.
Oh.
Ride it out, Brennan. Oh,
Dang
man.
Man, at least he got stopped, though. Again, that would have been a very rough hill to roll all the way down. So, luckily, we...
Those Mickeys were doing work for him, but it's hard for them to work when they're up in the air.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, it's a little... they don't get as much traction that way. Yeah, again, you can see all those buggies lined up right behind the broadcasting booth, all getting ready. You can hear a couple of them getting fired up. Looks like I've got a few more UTVs to go. Then some of our bouncers will be kicking off.
2 drivers left for UTV Bounty Course 1, and then we'll be moving into the unlimited bouncers, followed by the limited bouncers. We'll have our UTV teen/amateur class and our UTV youth class. And then, of course, we do it all again for round 2 for everybody.
All right, we got an AMSOIL action shot here. Again, he was at the top part of that hill, unfortunately. Had a lot of good momentum. You can see the dirt flying off those tires. And you can see him hit that rock, and unfortunately just kind of kicked him sideways. And this shows how steep it is. Literally, it just brought him on over, unfortunately. Luckily, there was a tree there to stop him. I kind of like trees. I say they're your friend. They'll reach out and grab you, which can be very good and can be very bad. We've seen it both ways before. All right. While we get him off the hill, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with tons of rock bouncing action right after this.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
So we were a sponsor of SRS in 2012, the first year, and we built our product to the racers. They had a need, and we had a solution. They were breaking parts, breaking axles, and we were able to build the strongest axles on the planet for them. We developed the Big Bell CV over that period of time as well, which is the 40 spline, 47 spline stuff that you see in a majority of the rock bouncers. And we've also developed UTV for the UTV buggies and the stock class racers. We've got products for that as well. So we've really utilized this racing to develop and work with these guys the best product available. So over the years, we've worked really closely with drivers like Tim Cameron. He's been very helpful helping us develop this product line for the UTV, the rock bouncer, and he's been quite successful himself doing the racing, as well as a ton of others. We couldn't be here without these guys testing our product and doing these things, pushing us to the limit to help them push them to the limit.
There's only one tire brand that can call itself legendary. Rebirthed from the depths of Baja and representing decades of racing heritage, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. This dominating tire is purpose-built for thrill seekers everywhere. The new Baja Legend MTZ. It's time to get what you really want in a tire. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound for enhanced wet performance. PowerPly 3-ply construction for sidewall protection and responsive handling. Improved 4-pitch side biters for bold looks and off-road grip. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. Gear up and roll with the American mud terrain legend, the Baja Legend MTZ.
My goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We are still working on this recovery. It looks like they've made some progress. I see the buggy back on all fours now. We still have Keith up on the hill helping us out with that. So you guys bear with us just a little bit longer. And then we've got, I believe, 2 drivers left for Course 1 of UTV Bounty.
It's already been a very eventful day for Bounty class.
It has. We've got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DNFs.
Wow.
And then 4 finishes. Fastest time right now is Nathan King, followed by Max Lawrence, Jesse Riley, and Alston Tidwell. You know what? The sun is shining, which we are loving. We will definitely take that.
Yes.
Hope it lasts.
Yeah,
the temperature is nice right now, so
that's what we're hoping for.
It's a good day of racing here at Pretty Place.
We're hoping it lasts for at least until my second run is done.
Huh. Well, you don't want to wear a wet fire suit, Matt?
Yeah, well, I've worn a few soggy,
that's not
fire
fun.
suits. It's
not fun.
Not real fun. We appreciate everybody tuning in here on Rock Racing TV with us. Again, we're here in Tennessee at Pretty Place. If you see some of the views, again, Bree said about trail riding. We went out last year, a bunch of us, and had a great time. Saw a waterfall and a cave, and got to walk through some very chilly water outside the cave. Very cool. Very neat place to come and hang out and check out the views. We definitely lives up to its name of Pretty Place.
Yeah, you're driving around and you're like, it really is pretty place out here. It's a cool venue, I guess, because not only do they have Pretty Place, there's the highway to get here, and on one side it's Pretty Place, and then right across it's Circle E Ranch.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of horse events, rides and events and other things here, and then archery. I know they do a lot of archery stuff. Some of the kids were finding arrow shafts in the woods and showing them off yesterday. So it's multi-purpose property. So
we got to see some of that venue they have in the middle where the bathhouses are on the end of. We got to go in there last year, and they had a big banquet hall set up.
Yeah, they've got a restaurant in there with a banquet hall.
Very cool, very neat to see.
All the stables for the horses and and then lots of nice trails. So got to go out last night and ride some of the trails, and we found a nice loop where nothing was too crazy, too hard. You just go kind of fast, but hit a few little rocky sections, and so good times here at
your
Pretty
dad
Place.
Go fast? No way.
What? May or may not have treated it like it was an endurance race going through the woods. It was pretty quiet. Nobody else was out there. So
I like it. I'll say I hear some side by sides moving around.
I'm listening to our radio chatter. I think we're about ready to send somebody. We've got Brady McCreath on the line, and he's been waiting patiently. So I'm pretty sure he is ready to send it. Been a little while since we've seen Brady out here. We have several drivers joining us again this weekend. That we had Jay Shaw was out here yesterday. It's been a hot minute since we had Jay out here racing with us. Good to see everybody back in action. Uh-oh. Brady getting a little sideways on the Edelbrock edges there.
Go, baby.
Come on, stay in it, Brady. Nice.
You see that thing just thrashing through those rocks.
He's just kind of floating down that SCS slope, dropping in.
Shout out to Bill down there doing that camera work at the bottom.
Come on, Brady, you're doing better than half our field of bounty drivers right now. Nice run.
There we go.
Let's check his time. 97.202. That is a third place time right now on course 1. Now we've got Hunter Shane in that race line starting gate. Hunter drew number 13. So a lot of you guys hear us say this, but if you're newer to the series, then the significance of the number 13 is whoever draws it has the option. They get to choose if they want to stay in that 13th spot or go first or go last. So Hunter elected to go last today. You know, depending on the course, the weather, how wet or dry it is, if it's something that might get dug out, whatever, there can be advantages to whether they go first, 13th, or last. So
And the great part is you get to choose the day of. So you can kind of literally monitor the weather and go, I want to go first, or, let's go ahead and push it to the back of the pack. And again, there's a
Oh,
I think that's
same tree as Brennan, I think.
Same tree, I think. Oh, man.
Dang it.
That is such a heartbreaker. Man, that stinks.
Don't worry, we got the safety dog down there supervising the recovery.
Yeah.
We got the supervisor on the scene. Let's check out our AMSOIL action shot.
Man, just got a little bit tipped, but it shows how steep these hills really are. Yeah. And again, luckily we have some of these trees, so they're kind of reaching out and stop you before you really catch speed and kind of take flight as you're rolling down these hills. So,
you know what, Matt? Speaking of dang it, we do have our dang it compilation that we want to share with you guys now. Seems like a good time, so check this out.
Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it.
That is painful to watch.
Yeah.
It's just hanging like a spare tire on the side right now.
It kind of is, yeah.
All of our drivers get course maps a few days before the races.
Dang it.
Oh, no.
Coming through hot and steamy.
Wow.
Oh. No.
No.
Dang it. Man.
Not again. Another one.
Jeez.
Yeah. Does this fall under the catastrophic failure category?
Yeah. Yeah. He's ripping. Oh. No. I think he put it back. Dang it. Oh, stink.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
It looked like he was going to be able to stick the landing for a minute, but he's on his side now.
Dang it.
Yeah, Dan's sitting 6th in points right now overall for the season, which is not a... Oh, no, I'm having some flashbacks to Jay Storts.
Oh, no. I think he's going to get... What did he do?
What is happening? That was interesting.
That was like a little skateboard trick there.
Matt, I think we're going to see some bouncers fly up this hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Alston!
No. Oh, there we go.
That was almost a dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got more than a flat.
Well, he did have a flat.
No. Dang it.
Yes, for everybody that was saying that the hill was too easy this year.
Yeah. All right. Again, tough run. I love that Dan was up there literally just like
that
slowly.
One cracked me up.
Like it was like a rotisserie or something, just slowly turning around.
Oh.
I'm like, and at that point, you're just revving the gas, hitting the brakes, trying to do whatever you can to rock it some way to just get off
and
that
it's
rock.
not the first time that we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
So.
It's very cool, though. Again, shout out to all our dang it guys that are
well, we got to give Jared
runs.
props, too, for putting that together for us. If you guys can't tell, we like to have some fun. Both on camera, on course, and behind the scenes. So we like to put those little compilations together and share that with you guys. But hopefully we don't have too many additions to the Dang It reel.
I know we've
today.
already had I think we're like 50% DNF
it's
right about now.
Not looking good so far.
Yeah, it's not going to. And again, fingers crossed, our rock bouncing and limited and unlimited classes have a much smoother run. And I do have to give a little nod to our guys running the UTV Bounty. They're running the same courses that the unlimited bouncers are going to run. It's just an incredible, incredible course. Big rocks, big ravines, a lot of trees. So it's a lot of nod to those guys and really shows how hard they are pushing those buggies and how much those buggies have advanced over the last couple of years as well as the driver's skill goes.
Yeah, for sure. It never ceases to amaze me how capable the UTVs are these days, from stock on up to what we see in the bounty class. It's crazy what those can do.
And they're just like full send in it, and like I said, I think the capability is the best word to use there. Just absolutely incredible of what they can do with that compared to some of the bouncers, which are 1,200, 1,400 horsepower. Those 43-inch Mickey Thompson tires on there. It's just incredible to see what those can do. Which a guy in a side by side with a little bit of tenacity can overcome. So it's it's not uncommon to see a lot of DNFs in that class. Like I said, especially where we were just watching West Virginia, that is a very, very rough course. So we have a lot of breakage. Yeah. We saw a couple wheels there. You leave the chat like we did yesterday.
Yeah, what's up with that? We're having a lot of weird little situations with the wheels going on
situations,
lately.
I like that. We're having a bit of a situation, like you're missing a wheel. You're missing a wheel. Yeah, situations didn't go the way we planned,
Well, I remember when our Razor XP 900 was cool, the cool thing. It's crazy to just see how they've progressed, from however many years ago that was and what they can do now. And, just driving them out on the trail last night and then watching them race.
They're
fun. They're just
fun. Even Big Booty Judy's lost a wheel before.
She has, yes. Yeah, that was an unintentional weight reduction plan.
Unintentional weight reduction.
For Big Booty Judy.
I love it. Again, that was during a race as well. So, we were
short course racing in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And it was the last lap of the day. And she let loose.
There was like about 10 or 12 of us from the National Rock Racing Association. Most bouncer drivers, a few side-by-side drivers there. We were cheering you on, and each time it got like a little more leanish. And we were watching.
Well, it was definitely flat for a while, but I was like, you know what? No one's telling me to stop, and it's one more lap. Like, I'm going for it.
You were almost to the finish line. We were so close. But unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes when you're racing.
Yep.
But especially, again, doing some of the harder courses like we're watching here today at Pretty Place. So
for sure.
Definitely make some very intense racing action, which, again, we're glad to provide you guys on Rock Racing TV. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Check it in with our YouTube channel. Again, I know we have some guys in the chat there with us.
Yeah, as always, welcome to Hillside Live. If you're just jumping in with us, we have completed Course 1 for our UTV Bounty class. We're going to be moving on to the bouncers and then the limited bouncers. And then we've got our UTV teen/amateur class and the youth classes still to go. So lots of racing here at Pretty Place still coming at you. Hopefully you can join us for most of it here on Hillside Live. If you can't watch it today, if you got to step away for something, you can always go back and check it out on that Rock Racing TV YouTube channel. There's all kinds of great content on there. Yeah. That could keep you busy for a long time.
Yeah, quite a while. Some lunch breaks, whatever.
You got a long drive coming up, something. But, eyes on the road.
Yes,
always.
Of course. Always. If you're in the passenger seat, wink.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need a On the Road from the Hill to the Highway podcast.
Ooh, I like that.
Something.
From Hill to the Highway.
We'll play around with that. I don't know.
We would have a lot of fun. That would be a great podcast. Yeah.
What do you guys think? Would you guys listen to that?
I have a feeling our listeners would definitely enjoy it. Again, see the behind the scenes of how do you put this car back together once it's had a bit of a situation, as we like to call it. So how to put that back together. We put a ring and pinion, went to the Great American Crawl down at S'more, broke some stuff, came back, had to put a ring and pinion in this week. So I know there's other guys doing maintenance. Nick, I was talking to him about some stuff he's got going on. So it's always really neat to see kind of the behind the scenes too. So
yeah.
I'm sure that would be a very, very interesting podcast to talk about, who's racing what chassis. I know there's some already guys putting chassis up for sale for next year because they're upgrading to stuff or having a new chassis built. So I think we'll see some stuff getting traded around, like some trading cards later this year. So it's always interesting to see what happens and how that unfolds. And I love watching it again. As a spectator, it's just, makes my heart happy watching more guys get in as, more chassis get built.
Yeah.
Some guys kind of hop in. I know we had one of our biggest limited classes ever this race. So I'm very excited to see that. And hopefully we can keep that continually growing and see some more guys bring some more trail rigs kind of on out and race with us. We love seeing those guys and, watching that crow blossom. So hopefully that will continue to grow. And again, just, all the behind the scenes of the racing action.
Well, it's the people. It's the people in this sport that make it unique. We've talked a lot over the years of the camaraderie. The competition is here, of course, and that's what drives it as a sport. But it's the camaraderie and the people and the relationships that really keep everybody coming back and make it what it is. And so that's some of what you miss sometimes when you're just watching the action. That's the exciting part, but it's the relationships and the people and those characters and personalities that are it's the fun behind the scenes kind of stories.
And we definitely have some characters. Okay.
Oh yes, we could have our own reality show.
We really could.
Doug Dynasty's got nothing on us.
Yeah, we have some very interesting characters out here for sure. But
I hear some bouncers firing up.
I said, we have about a row behind us. They're all getting ready to kick it off. You can see the...
it looks like we've got a couple... We have our late entries for a bounty still to go. Oh, we're not done with Bounty yet, Matt. They snuck some in behind us.
As it looks like we got a few bouncers getting fired, getting ready. I know we're going to be kicking those off shortly.
Well, I see Martin Stewart on the line and Clay Kaysen on deck. So they snuck a few more UTVs in. Actually, I think I remember they decided for the late entries to go at the end of the list instead of the beginning. We almost always do them at the beginning, so that threw me off a little bit here, guys. So we are 2 drivers left, I believe, before we wrap up course 1 for UTV Bounty and start sending the bouncers.
We have a ton of spectators down here packed in around the production area in the pits. A lot of racers bring their friends and family to help them work on the buggies. I see a lot of tarps starting to come off and clear covers getting exposed. So a lot of guys wrapped up because of the rain. Trying to keep water off the electronics as best as possible.
Yeah.
Not that they might get some mud thrown here very shortly.
Possible.
I mean, they are waterproof to a certain extent. You know, it's just they're not really. It's the dirt and the mud and all the other.
Well, so am I, but that still doesn't mean that I like it. And
that's true. That's true.
Perform best.
Yeah.
So I
you
think
said
that
so am I, but
that translates to the bouncers
yes,
too.
It does.
Technically, we're waterproof.
Yes, technically,
but we don't have to like it.
Yes. Yeah. This morning it got pretty soggy, pretty quick out here.
If we have a nice pit shot to share with everybody at some point today, we might not have it right this second, but when we get our drone back up, maybe.
There you go.
There's a little bit there.
See a bunch of guys in the pits there, a lot of bouncers. You can see some still covered up, waiting for their run.
There's so much more going like way back, though. Well, maybe we can try and get you guys a drone shot later, give you an idea of what we're talking about here at Pretty Place.
You can see a lot of vests there. We're doing a recovery for us. We appreciate those guys.
So
all helping get our buggies flipped back over and put back where they need to go.
Yeah, I think they're still finishing up on the hill with Hunter Shane in that recovery. If you're just tuning in and wondering what's going on, so
seeing Wade Good and Johnny Gibbs down there getting ready. Johnny Gibbs brought me a teal pair of sunglasses yesterday. So
oh boy,
I was rocking them last night. Shout out to Johnny Gibbs. He'll be racing the rest of the season for Jesse's spot.
For Jesse Phillips.
In the unlimited class, which I'm excited. Again, he's kind of a kamikaze driver. I like watching him. He kind of goes for the gusto. Gets out there and races hard and fast. Does a great job with it. I used to watch him do some side-by-side antics. He had a few wrecks that left him with some situations on the buggy.
I have seen some of that. I believe it.
I think he had a broken ankle or broken leg once, and climbed in a side by side and went raced to the finals. Like he had to.
I believe that too.
He handed his crutches as he climbed in, and we're like, okay, all right, I like it.
Oh, that's some dedication right there. I remember Bobby Tanner taking a saw. He had broken his arm, and the cast was in the way and annoying him or something when he was racing, so he just sawed it off.
Cut it off
himself.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't bothering him while he raced. Yeah, that's a Bobby Tanner.
It is.
That's another level of tough.
Yeah. He's like, I got it. It's fine.
So we've got we have a recovery going on. I think we're coming to the end of it. It looks like everyone's on all four and making their way down the hill. We had Hunter Shane had a rollover at the top of the hill. I don't think you guys can quite see it on your screen there, but there's Zach with Nick on board. I'm sure they were doing some supervising of the recovery up there. So we are wrapping up this recovery. We've got 2 drivers left. Martin Stewart and Clay Kaysen were our late entries for Bounty class. So we'll be sending them in just a minute, and then once we wrap that up, we'll move on to the bouncers. If you're just tuning in with us, welcome to Hillside Live. If you want to go back and check out the UTV Bounty action that you missed, as always, you can find that on Rock Racing TV's YouTube channel shortly. All right, I see Hunter making his way down the hill. Keith is getting back to his recovery position. Looks like we're just about ready to send Martin Stewart off the line. All right, course is clear.
Here we go.
Send it, Martin.
Martin did racing with us yesterday as well. He was, up until yesterday, sitting third for the season. But he said, now I got bumped. Timmy bumped me down a little bit.
In Cup class?
Yeah, but he said, I'm going to try to battle my way back.
Well, he's also sitting third for the season in UTV Bounty right now.
Ooh.
Coming into this weekend. So Nathaniel Bell's got a pretty solid lead over second and third place, but Casey Howell is in second points, and he's not here this weekend.
Ooh.
So this is Martin's opportunity.
Kind of capitalize there.
Yeah, capitalize on that and move up a little bit. Our fastest time right now on course 1 here in the Bounty class is Nathan King with a 74.9. Then we've got Max Lawrence with a 78 and Brady McCreath with a 97. So far, so good for Martin. I was just going to say, I think he missed a turn, but he's got it sorted out.
Again, just finishing this class is epic right now. .298 for Martin Stewart, and that is third place right now. But a guy that's going to try to knock that down is Mr. Clay Kaysen.
That's right. It's not done just yet.
Sitting in that raised line starting gate.
Clay didn't make it out yesterday. He had Alston Tidwell filling in for his Cup class points.
He's at 401K. There we go.
This is going to be a good run, Matt.
He is flying. This may be our new fastest time. Again, Martin Stewart had an absolute smoking run.
Well, Clay just made this course look easy.
That's a 63.924, and man, he absolutely just set that on fire. And that is your new fastest time. And I believe that will wrap up the UTV Bounty course for us. As I hear the bouncers getting fired up.
All right, guys. Let me go ahead and give you our results for Course 1 of UTV Bounty. Clay Kaysen had the fastest time with that last run with that 63, and then it was Nathan King with a 74, Max Lawrence with a 78, Martin Stewart with an 82, Brady McCreek with a 97. We'll go all the way out to 7th place. Jesse Riley in 6th with that 154, and then Alston Tidwell wrapping up 7th with a 269. That was Course 1 for UTV Bounty. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're sending the bouncers.
And oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to round 6 of the National Rock Racing Association. We are racing at Pretty Place Off-Road Park in Belvedere, Tennessee this weekend. It is presented by SCS GearBox, so a huge shout out and thank you to them, to all of our sponsors for helping us do what we do here with the NRRA. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live, and we are ready to send some bouncers. But before we start sending them off the line, we want to take a minute and look over point standings real quick. We're coming off of our summer break. It's been a couple months since we raced. We want to refresh everybody's memory on where things are standing with points coming into this weekend. So we're going to put that up on your screen for you. We've got our top 10, and it is Tim Cameron in the lead right now with 462 points. He's got a 16-point lead over Nick Reich. You guys just listen to me right now. Just listen to me. I got it for you. An attempt was made. Nick Reich in second place right now with 446 points. Cooper Bentley in third place. Nick's got a 48-point lead over Cooper. So 16 points separating Timmy and Nick, 48 between Nick and Cooper. In fourth place, we've got Bubba Bacon. In fifth place, we've got Dan Bowman. Sixth place right now is Wade Good. Seventh is Dustin Medley. Eighth is Chris Grigg. Ninth is Tim Bacon. And rounding out 10th is Ethan Jones. So from 6th to 10th place, we've only got
10, 15 points separating drivers. So the gaps are a little bigger up top between our first, second, and third and fourth place. But that's where everything's standing coming into this weekend. We are halfway through the season, and we are ready to start sending some bouncers. Real quick, Matt, tell us what we're looking at for the course today.
Yeah, very simple. We have a lot of rocks. We have a lot of big rocks protruding through the dirt. We had some rain that set in this morning. You can see the bounce. We've raced a lot of this course before the last couple of years. The first big, long straightaway we have to loop around. That's going to be new. They actually went up, cut a bunch of trees down.
Nice.
We had some side-by-sides down there kind of playing it last night to kind of look at it and see what it's going to look like. I think that's going to give guys a lot of trouble. Jay Storch was saying last night after he kind of walked the course, it's the roughest downhill we have ever done.
Oh.
And it's probably one of the most violent for sure. They have a lot of, again, rocks protruding out. There's some smaller rocks that I think they're going to shift as guys start flying down it, locking up their brakes, hitting, kind of tapping the brakes, using some weir steer. I think you're going to see some very interesting downhill situations, as we would like to say. It's going to get pretty squirrely as guys start pushing that speed on farther and faster.
And we have seen some downhill situations happen at this park before.
So,
Ben Driscoll comes to mind from last year, and we will see if we get any more of that this year, I guess.
Again, Ben had a very wild ride, which got him the fastest time in Course 1. Unfortunately, he had no steering on the front for Course 2, so he was able to get a finish out of it. Much slower time than he'd hoped for. But so a lot of this course we've already kind of ran, so I don't see any big surprises there. That top big loop, I think, is going to give us some interesting run. And then we have a big sweeping loop on Course 2, which we'll see later today. I think that's really going to be the testament of how fast guys can push downhill and go safely without braking. That's kind of the key.
Yeah, drive fast, don't crash.
Yeah, and again, keep the buggy together, kind of an asterisk next to all of that.
Drive fast, don't crash, don't brake.
Yeah.
We can't add too much more
to
the list, but all right, guys, that's where things are standing right now. We've got Johnny Gibbs starting things off for us. He's going to be racing for Jesse Phillips points for the rest of the season,
yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing Johnny Gibbs in that spot. He's firing up right now. He is ready to rock and roll. We've got a great lineup of drivers, a full list today. Several of our, core group of drivers, a couple of returning names. It's going to be a good day, guys. I hope you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Let's head to the line and start sending them.
Yeah, Johnny's always kind of a kamikaze driver, a 100% records or checkers guy, and I think he's going to go fully committed to this course right now. You can definitely hear that big motor roaring.
Oh, yeah, after listening to UTV's racing yesterday and this morning, there's nothing like the sound of horsepower on the hills, Matt.
Kind of taking more of that left lane. It's a little smoother. The right lane has big caverns in it, so there we go.
Making his way towards the raceline ridge. Oh, getting a little squirrely, as Matt would say.
Yeah, you can definitely tell there's some angle there.
Johnny is just thrashing on the Comp Cam's cliff.
Baby. Again, carrying that front end all the way up there.
That definitely had potential to become a situation, Matt.
Yes,
I'm glad it did not.
Yeah, I think that was a very interesting ride there.
All right.
That's a 107.517 for Mr. Jonathan Gibbs kicking us off here. Johnny did a great job. And John is our first racer of the day out here at Pretty Place in Tennessee. This weekend is presented by SCS Transfer Case. We appreciate those guys, and we have a ton of guys out here running their stuff. All right, we got Kenneth Cozy back in that race line starting gate, and clock is hot. Again, just launching up there. You can definitely hear these guys hammering down right there. And you can see some of those big rocks we were talking about kind of rolling down the hill there.
Come on, Kenneth. He calls this buggy double down. He's going to have to double down on these Edelbrock edges.
Yeah. Again, you can see a lot of those rock faces starting to get exposed and kind of beat on. Ooh, kind of wheel standing there. There we go. Again, he picked a lot farther right line. There we go.
Good job.
$84.884.
All right, we got Bubba Bacon backing in there into that race line starting gate. Bubba part of that big block crew.
Clock is hot for Bubba Bacon.
He just like matted it and clicked the second.
Bubba is fourth in points coming into the weekend. And you know what, Matt? After a, 5-year hiatus? Yeah. That is not too shabby to come back and be sitting in fourth halfway through the season here. Didn't even miss a step.
Kind of checking up a little bit there for that downhill. Oh! Tagged a tree. Again, that is the only downside to having lots of trees out here. They sometimes will jump out in front of you. I think that was an 80.770 for Bubba Bacon.
Fastest time right now on course 1 for the bouncers.
All right, we got Dan Bowman back in that race line starting gate.
Clock is hot for Dan Bowman.
Here we go. Whoa!
Dan sitting 5th in points at this point in the season, just 9 points behind Bubba Bacon. Dan's also coming off a 4th place finish at our last race from West Virginia.
Again, you can see that independent front suspension there just doing work. He just broke a massive rock right there.
Ooh.
Wow.
66.417. Every driver has gone faster than the last. I don't know where that's going to put us at the end of this list, Matt.
I don't know.
I don't even know what time to predict as the fastest right now.
Really? I would have said 80, but we're already way past that.
We just went with a 66 from Dan Bowman. We've still got 80% of our list of drivers to go for course 1 here for the Mickey Thompson Bouncer Cup. And Wade Good is about to leave the line.
He is getting her done.
Wade Good sitting 6th in points after missing our last race at West Virginia. He's got his work cut out for him if he wants to make it back up to that top 3.
He is flying. That's a 55.939. Wade coming back through here. All right, here's our top 5. Wade Good with that 55. He just ran, sitting in number 1 spot. Dan Bowman coming in 2nd. Bubba Bacon sitting in 3rd. Kenneth Cozy in at 4th. And Jesse Phillips, which has a stunt driver, Johnny Gibbs, running for him this weekend. 5.
We got Ethan Jones on the line next.
Clock is hot.
Ethan coming into the weekend 10th in points. You know what, Matt? Being in the top 10 for the bouncer class, like that's a pretty solid place to be.
And we talked about that at the beginning of the season, about how gnarly and competitive this season was going to be. How being in the top 10 was going to be just incredible, as well as the last. And the top 5 will be an all-out dogfight.
Oh, definitely. Which means more entertainment for us.
Yes. As a spectator, I say yay. Because that top 5 is really just a dogfight right now. There we go.
$75.635 for Ethan Jones.
Again, you can see after Johnny Gibbs had a lot of problem with that far right side, being the first guy to go. He's kind of the guinea pig. We've seen a lot of people, right as they come around that race line ramp there, have some issues. They kind of shoot real far to the right, and it seems to be working pretty well for them.
Looks like Dustin or Jeremy, we ain't even picking at this point. Either one will work. Come on down. Let's see what you got.
So Blake Harity was number 13. And it looks like he is going to be choosing to run last.
Yeah. I think that could pay off for him big here as long as the rain holds out.
Let it dry up a little bit more.
Yeah. I know my shorts are starting to get dried out quite a bit, I think. So it was pretty wet this morning. We were getting the water out of the pockets on the Spider off-road easy up next to us where Clyde and our drone operator sit. So,
oh, yeah, those will get you.
I went to push it up, and it literally just ran right into my pocket.
Aww.
So, good times.
Yeah, that's a nice way to start your day.
Yeah.
Let's see who our next contestant is. I know we're looking for either Dustin Medley or Jeremy Whited to come to the line.
Getting Ethan Jones put back in his parking spot. Again, luckily everybody's kind of, quick recovery time and quick turnaround time, so we're able to kind of bring everybody back around and just pull them right where they left from.
So Wade Good has the fastest time right now with a 55, followed by Dan Bowman with a 66, Ethan Jones with a 75. Those are your top three. Then we've got Bubba Bacon with an 80, Kenneth Cozine with an 84, and Johnny Gibbs with a 107.
And it's kind of amusing because, like I said, after our first run, I was like, we'll guess like 80. We're already at 55.
We're down to 55 already.
We're down to 55. So, yeah.
And we're like a third of the way through our drivers.
Yeah. Yeah, so far I've had a very fast day, which I appreciate. Again, especially if rain is going to start pouring in around 3 o'clock today.
Everybody is glad to see the sun, see things drying up out here.
Yeah.
It was looking a little ominous, pretty dark skies this morning. So everybody is loving this dry weather right now. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here on Hillside Live. If you missed any of the racing action, remember you can always go back and check it out on the Rock Racing TV YouTube channel. And besides the race action, there's all kinds of other good content on there. You can also head to nationalrockracing.com if you want to see what the point standings are for follow along with any of your favorite drivers. You can also check out the dates for the rest of the season, our schedule of events.
Looks like Nick Reich is down there getting a back up into that race line starting gate.
Nick said, you know what? If y'all aren't ready to go, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
So it looks like he had 2 or 3, but he said, you know what? I'm ready. Let's get this thing over with.
Hey, we move quick here, or we
Yes.
try to at least.
We do.
Nick Reich second in points, just 16 points behind Tim Cameron at this halfway point of the season. Nick coming off of that event that we did at Crandon.
Yeah.
From when was that? Last month, I believe.
Ooh.
So Nick represented for the Rock Bouncers at Crandon. Nick is from Wisconsin, so he has a long haul to come to all of our races.
Yeah.
He is absolutely dedicated to the sport and to the series.
He is absolutely just ripping it up there.
Yeah, he was all over the place crawling up that hill.
I think he had so much momentum. He had bounced up there and maybe he had bounced into a bad line.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh, we almost had a
Yes.
situation, Matt.
Whoa, no!
Nick is all over the place.
Holy
Say
cow.
that left and right.
Jesus Louise. Wow.
I think he's got a little adrenaline pumping
Yeah.
in there right now, Matt.
I think he was trying to come down and whip a quick U-turn, and maybe had picked a little different line than some of their guys picked. And, wow. That was a very sketchy run.
That was
But
some
he was-
freestyling right there.
It was. Able to keep it on all fours. That's a 9.221. 95.221 for Nick Wright. Wow.
Nick putting on a show at the same time.
I know the pucker factor in the booth was pretty tight, so I can only imagine what it was like in the seat of that buggy. Yeah.
All right, we've got Jeremy Whited making his way into the race line starting gate now.
All right, clock is hot. Here we go. Again, Jeremy running an independent front suspension as well as an independent rear suspension buggy.
And we saw this buggy have the most independent rear possible earlier this year. Was that at Windrock?
Yes.
When the rear basically just detached on its way down the hill from the rest of the buggy. That was something I had not seen in a very long time.
Bit of a quick release.
Yeah. This is the Undertaker buggy. If fans of the sport, if you've been around and been following it for a while, you'll know Randall Key, an OG racer with the series, raced this buggy for a few seasons before his retirement from rock racing. And Jeremy's through the finish. Let's check his time.
Wow.
63.185. That is a second place time right now behind Wade Good.
All right, we got Jay Storps in his Ford power buggy backing in there. Jay coming out of the part of that Perryville Mafia crew. All right, here we go.
calls this buggy Fortitude, which you need plenty of in order to hit hills like this. This was built last year by Jake Pike for Jay.
Again, you can see him getting high centered on some of those big rocks we were talking about earlier this morning. Come on. You can clearly tell something is not running right in that buggy.
Yeah, that does not sound right.
But luckily, he was able to get it turned around. Come on. Again, we know this is a very high horsepower motor and what it's capable of. So I'm sure Jay is very frustrated at this thing right now.
Yeah, he's got a 7.3 liter Ford Godzilla motor in there, making his way through the finish line.
That's a 101.617 for Mr. Jay Storts.
Next up is Ben Driscoll. Ben had a very memorable run at this park last year. Hopefully it's maybe not quite as wild of a ride for him this time around.
Ben was out doing a bunch of walking the course last night, checking it out. Kind of just bashing through those big rocks there. There he goes.
There you go, Ben.
All right. See what that time's going to be.
.931 for Ben Driscoll. Up next is Chris Briggs. Chris coming into the weekend 8th in points overall with that wide open design buggy.
Clock is hot.
That was some good air.
Chris absolutely flew through the air. Again, you can see him getting hung up on some of those big rocks that are on the top of that hill. This Mickey Thompson Mountain, we definitely think is going to cause some problems today. There we go.
I'm not sure what's going on with Chris up there, Matt.
Yeah, it looks like he's going awful slow now. Maybe lost some steering or something? Yeah, I don't see him turning. Looks like he's turning more. Maybe not. We have a lot of very loud buggies around us, too. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the buggy. I'm sure there's some kind of issue. There he goes. The way he launched out of that starting gate and sent it flying through the air.
Well, he's heading for the Raceline Ridge, Matt, but
I feel like there's a front axle not pulling.
I was going to say, that did not look like everything was engaged.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some in the front end.
Oh, yeah, he's in two-wheel drive right now.
I don't know if the front right's pulling, but I know the front left is definitely not.
All right, three-wheel drive. Come on, Chris. You can do it.
Yeah, you can see the front left just had stopped as he was going up that hill, so. Come on, get up there. Chris.
All right, it's all downhill from here.
Literally finishing the rest of this course in three-wheel drive. Heck yeah. Again, Chris came in third at our Wisconsin event, so shout out to Chris Grigg. Had an awesome job up there.
That's a 184.401 for Chris Grigg. And Cooper Bentley is on the line.
Mr. Chocolate Milk himself. We watched him do some racing yesterday as well.
Cooper's in third place for the season right now, but Nick in second place has a 48-point lead over Cooper. But Nick had a pretty wild run.
Yeah.
So if Cooper can lay down two smooth, fast runs, that'll definitely get him pretty far today. Woo!
Cooper flying downhill now. I mean, he is flying downhill.
Well, the time to beat right now is at 55.9 from Wade Bood. Oh, and he's in a tree.
Come on. Hopefully he can get backed up there. There we go.
Oh no, he's in a tough spot, Matt.
They work that rear steer, get clear. There he goes. There we go. That's an 86.596. Sorry, 956. All right. I'm going to hop out of the booth. I'll see you guys here in a little while.
All right, Matt, good luck. Have fun. Drive fast, don't crash, right? I got Trip Pullen joining me up here in the booth now while Matt makes his run. What's up, Trip?
Hey, Bree. Oh, man, what a day. It's so good to be here back at this
You know
place.
what, Trip? I'm just glad it's not raining. We got some great race action going on here. It's a good day here at Pretty Place Off-Road Park.
This is it's definitely a lot of talented drivers here today. Been super impressed with these guys laying down these times. We got that rain shower this morning when we got here and cooled things off. Good Lord blessed us with a good breeze down in here. So the track's getting not dusty anymore, so it's just tacky enough for these guys to have a little bit of a slip and slide action, but still enough grip to get what they need to be getting done.
It's definitely drying up out here.
Looks like Dustin Medley is going to be driving Undertaker.
I was wondering about why we saw Undertaker pulling back into the starting gate. So it's doing a little double duty today between Dustin and Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't think that was planned. They had it in the trailer. They drove it down this morning. Something must have happened between from down here to the starting line.
Gotcha.
Dustin's a driver. It doesn't matter what he gets in. He's got enough talent that he's a wheel man.
Well, Dustin had a first-place finish at our last race in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely getting so used to that gold rush buggy, and now for something for it like it to happen to it, that's very unfortunate for Dustin. I know one thing, he better beat Jeremy's time or Jeremy will be getting on him.
That's a good point, Trip.
Yes. I got to hang out with them yesterday up under the tent, and it's always a good time with those with Off-Road Performance Group.
Oh.
He hit that same tree Cooper just hit.
.501 for Dustin Medley. I don't even has Dustin ever even driven Undertaker before?
Maybe around the shop or something loading it in, but no.
Probably not much, if any.
No. Looks like we've got Daniel Heckley and Hellbent. Looks like it just got back from TC's. I guess he was doing a little freshening it up on it in the off season also. So
okay.
I'm sure it's going to be raring to go. And
so no excuses. That's what I'm hearing.
I see his family and the whole Blue Stream over here behind us.
Yep.
That's so awesome to see his kids and Cheryl and the rest of the Storts family.
The Perryville Mafia.
That's them. They roll deep. Come on, Heckley. Oh, yeah. They don't call this one of the famous, toughest ones built right here. She's got some, it's got a lot of heels up under his belly. Oh, Daniel, find your way through the trees there. It's so easy to get lost coming down these downhills. It's so fast, and there's a good shadow. Whoa, what a nosedive. Whoa. Wow. Oh, Daniel come off way too hot there, man.
We are seeing some wild runs out here.
Hope that didn't ring his bell.
I don't know, Trip. That was a pretty good lick.
That's pretty violent. This right here is getting tricky. This spot right there, so he got through it. That bigger rock is done to get exposed now on that downhill. Is what's giving them trouble there.
64.354 for Daniel Heckley, even with that little bit of getting rowdy there in the middle.
Yeah.
Trip knows a thing or two about getting rowdy behind the wheel.
No doubt. I've had my days, but it's sure a lot better sitting here with you.
It's a little less painful.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's good to see your dad out here yesterday. I got to spend a little time with him and say, hey, it's good to catch up, man. It's seeing all these folks. It's just awesome now that I guess this little summer break we had's over with. Everybody's here and happy to see each other. Everybody's got smiles on their face.
That's right.
Sandwiches and cold drinks in their hands.
We got sunshine. We got racing going on. We got all our friends out here with us. What more could you ask for on a nice Saturday?
All these guys that support the National Rock Racing Association is so nice. We're blessed to have all these companies.
Absolutely.
And all these other guys on the fence about joining in. They need to get up off their seats and come on and come join in with the fun.
We got exciting things happening here with the NRRA. Y'all come on out and be part of it.
This is a new driver, and Blake Heritage has got his little buddy driving this. I think he's selling this. So this is new here. I talked to Blake and his family yesterday. This kid here works for him, and it's just Blake's super proud of him and his family, and happy to have him race one of his buggies.
We're going to see what he's got, huh?
Yep, I'm excited to see it.
That was a quick AMSOIL action shot we had there of Daniel Heckley's run, and we've got Buddy Adams on the starting line now.
Woo! Oh!
Wow!
That's. Oh, come on! Oh, buddy! So unfortunate there.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to figure out the buggy the hard way, Trip.
Hey, it feels so good until you want to try to stop it. You know what I mean? You get all that horse pressure behind you, and it's feeling good, and then next thing you know, you're trying to stop it, and it's like, it don't want to stop.
It's got a mind of its own.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, we do have an AMSOIL action shot we can check out. I hate that for Buddy. Would have loved to see him be able to make his way all the way to the finish line.
Just look at that. You think he's thinking, right there.
You know what, Trip? So for all you guys listening and watching, Trip and I go way back. Trip talked me into doing the very first race that I ever competed in at Chocolaco Mountain in 2012. The very first race of Clyde's of the series.
That's so long ago.
And I'm kind of having some flashbacks because, like Buddy now, seeing all these fast and crazy drivers making their passes, and then, Buddy's probably like, I got this, I can do the same thing. I watched Bobby Tanner go, I watched Richie Keith go, and Trip's cheering me on, I'm like, all right, I can do this too.
Yep.
Boy, we winched the buggy back onto the trailer that day because I broke so much trying to be like Bobby Tanner and Richie Keith. So I understand the having to get used to the limitations. You got to
control your nerves, man. It's just the anticipation when you got somebody sitting there smiling to you, telling you how good you are. What you're like yesterday, Jay Shaw was like, I think I can jump this. And he looked at me, and me and Cole, Shirley were sitting there, and of course I said,
You're
man,
like,
of course you can, Jay. Of course you can.
You're like, it's not my checkbook that's going to be doing the repairs.
That's right. But I said, man, just think, if you don't, you're going to be the highlight reel, and then if you do make it, the guys are going to have to chase your fast time all day.
That's right. There's always the highlight reel.
Yeah. And so I think he got past the first part and got to the end, and that's what snuck up on him. He thought he had it made until... It's you're not through until the finish line.
Jay was a real good sport about that, though. He came up and talked with us on the show a little bit, and he, was glad to be out here and everything. Anyway, so
it's good to see different type of vehicles like that. I know he'd raced a lot of Ultra 4 stuff. So,
all right, we got Buddy recovered off the hill, and that means we've got little Tim Bacon on the line.
This ought to be a fast pass here. This is a little light, fast buggy. It's good seeing little Tim getting a little handle on this buggy, a little seat time in it now. He's you can tell he's starting to understand it.
Yeah, even when you've got years of wheel-in experience, every new build kind of has its own personality.
Yes.
And especially, you got to work out the kinks mechanically, but then you got to get used to just how it rides and handles and everything. The different differences in power that you might, have going on. So Tim is ninth in points coming into the weekend, so he's comfortably in the top 10 right now, halfway through the season.
Okay.
Putting Too Rowdy to the test.
It's it's so funny. You know, these guys don't get to go home and just trail ride. These are like real, you know what I mean?
Yes.
These are race buggies, so they don't like it. They're not going home and getting to practice.
That's right. I've tried to explain to people before. I'm like, they're not really built for trail riding. It's like if you took a thoroughbred racehorse and tried to just go on a nice, easy trail ride with it. That's just not what it's built to do.
That's right.
So these are race rigs.
It's that's a good time.
That's an 83.130 for Tim Bacon. I guess I got to say little Tim Bacon because we got big Tim Bacon out here this weekend, too.
Yes,
Got to differentiate.
I hope they got big Tims. I saw it driving down like it had some issues this morning in the pouring rain, and I hope they got it ready, too.
Yeah. I want to see him run the limited class.
This is an interesting rig. My neighbor Cody Martin was telling me that he's been doing a lot of changes to this buggy all week trying to get it ready, but to see Justin Pierpoint ORB come out here and try to compete with the the big rock bouncers in a different platform is it's really cool.
I tried to get him to come up here and just share with us a little bit about the build because he was into just trying something new with the engineering and everything he's got going on with the buggy. So I didn't quite talk him into it this time, but we'll see if I can get him up here.
Maybe I can get up here. Maybe he'll sit with me.
Yeah, we'll try and get him chatting with us a little bit about it. But tough tag on the tree. Obviously, this is not your typical bouncer style rig.
Yes. It's a Polaris Razor chassis. It's got a snowmobile supercharged engine in it, portals, 39.5s, all kind of special stuff. Front and rear steer, all hydraulic. So it's just a cool stuff, man. All his cool touches he puts on it. And, he's just trying to get the bugs worked out of that thing too.
Yep. Well, and he said, technically he could race. He could race UTV Cup.
Yes.
He could race almost every class here in it. Bouncer, UTV Cup, maybe UTV stock. I don't know. But he wanted to get in with the bouncer class and,
the only other person I've ever seen try to do that was like Paul Wolf try to come in with some big tires one time.
Yeah.
And but it's fun to see people push the limits of his skill set and all the parts and manufacturers out there.
73.051 for Justin Pierpoint.
He will be happy about that time.
I think that was probably the fastest and smoothest run we've seen from him this season.
Yes,
and because, with a new buggy, and especially one where everything is, just kind of testing it out with what he's built there. Just ironing out the kinks and everything. So, I think he will be happy with that run trip.
And the special thing about Justin, too, when he gets it figured out, other people, he'll build more for other people. So, Matt, hold on the line.
All right, Matt, you better send it.
Oh, yeah. See if he can navigate these big rocks on this hill here. Oh, yeah, he's got it up.
Come on, Matt. You know what? Matt just made his way right on up those Edelbrock edges where we've seen a lot of other people struggling up there, Trip.
Now, we say that. Now, I don't know if he's got up there and done took. Hey, look, he's went way. Come on back down here, Matt.
He might be making a 4 or 5 point turn. That's okay.
Do
what you got to do.
He's probably signing autographs up there. That's what kind of guy he does.
Somebody had a hot dog or a Red Bull up there or something, and Matt's stopping for a snack.
Looks like Clyde's got him a big hot dog over here.
Nobody's safe out here. You stand around the production trailer. All right, Matt, come on. Get on down that SCS slope. He's got to make his way back up the raceline ridge now, and then it's all downhill.
Yep, this is another tricky part of the course here. Look at him do work. Got the Mickey Thompson tires, raceline wheels doing work today.
Y'all, look at him go.
I'm so proud. He's gonna be like on his high when he gets back.
Matt's making this course look easy, Trip.
Yeah, I know it. Makes me feel like I might be able to go out there and make me a loop.
You know, there's something to be said for just steady momentum.
That's it,
and not
man.
getting too crazy. And Matt is through the finish line. Let's check that time. .778 for Matt Holtz.
He's on board.
We got Brandon Davis up next.
This is good to see Brandon Davis and his wife Cheryl out here this weekend, and in this UFO chassis.
Yeah.
This is something different. You know, we're always talking about different stuff. Now Brandon has got this Ultra 4 style buggy, and bringing it on the East Coast and rock bouncing with it. So we're glad to see Brandon back. I know he had a little accident, but he had an injury there at Hot Springs.
Yeah, he was
hurt his back.
Yep, he had to have a little recovery time. So we're glad to see him back out here.
I expect a fast time.
We call Brandon Mr. Consistent. He's you can always trust Brandon for just a smooth run, nothing crazy.
Nope.
Just nice, consistent, smooth and fast.
Yep. Looks like he's made it up. I mean, this is what this buggy's built for, you know. Oh, he had a little reverse action there.
We might have more IFS buggies out here this weekend.
Specifically,
it's today on the course than we have ever had or normally have for sure.
Well, there you go again. Like you say, people watch others and think it's a little bit of advantage here and there, and people want to try it. Everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to push the envelope and have the newest, best equipment, that's possible.
And we're here for it. Whatever you have to bring out and put on a show and put on a fast time, we want to see it. Oh no. A little back up there right before the finish line. 74.144 for Brandon Davis.
That puts him right in the mix.
All right, so Trip, Wade Good has been hanging on to the fastest time for like 12 drivers now, maybe more, 15 drivers.
Yep.
But we should have Tim Cameron backing into the race line starting it right now. So Wade Good has a 55.9. That is your current leader.
My thinking about what Timmy's fixing to do here, I think Wade's missed a couple of races. Timmy's in the thing. Knowing Timmy, I don't think that Timmy's going to try to go out there and really specifically try to beat Wade's time.
Right.
I think if he thinks he can be right there at him and maybe hit him on this next hill or something, he knows that, you know what I mean? Timmy's a championship guy.
Yep.
He wants to win every race, but he definitely wants to win a championship. So it's kind of, I'm going to say, he's not going to lay up, but he might not take some of the risk.
He's not going to be risking it.
Nope.
He's got a 16-point lead over Nick, but Nick had a 95-second, not a bad run, but he got a little all over the place in the middle there, so that cost him some time. And then Nick's got a 48-point lead over third place right now, Cooper Bentley. So I don't think we're going to see Timmy. We don't often see Timmy take huge risks on the course.
Sure.
We can kind of tell when he's
if he's going to push or not.
Pushing more, but he's definitely not a ride the ragged edge, getting wild kind of driver.
But I can say don't blink because he is going to be fast. You see that new line?
I do see that new line. Timmy's had that all picked out since 8 o'clock this morning, I bet.
He may just show everybody something that, you know.
It looked a little rougher, but it was definitely the straightest and shortest course up the hill.
He might want to show y'all why they call him the GOAT. Look at that tail bug on. Look at that whipping around. It's slick up there, Timmy.
You know what? For Timmy, this is getting a little rowdy, Trip.
Hey, look. Hey.
Oh, no.
We might have
Did he lose
jinxed
steering?
OTC. We might have jinxed OTC.
He lost steering, I think.
Wow. That's something you don't see
I was
every
not
day.
expecting that, Trip.
Hey, I can tell you, look, he don't have no quit on him. He's going to figure it out.
Well, he just needs to get downhill.
So, the front, he's got something broken in the front end. Front driver tire's not doing much.
When they're both pointed at each other like that, Trip, that's not a good sign. But he can just snowplow his way down the hill now, maybe.
Yeah. But I don't know. I hate that for TC, and I can tell you he's not happy. Wow.
107.943 for Tim Cameron. You know, everybody's pushing so hard today. We even saw this from Timmy now, from Nick, from Daniel. Getting a little wilder out there.
Listen, to be on them top spots, you have to take risks sometimes. This sport here is not something that you're just going to be able to lay up and make it. And sometimes the risk tears your buggy up. You know what I mean?
I think we might be seeing a little bit of that coming out today. We've been talking about the top 5 this season, even the top maybe 8 drivers. We've got such a stacked lineup this year, and it's been so much fun to watch. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes. But, we're starting to see that pressure kind of build up a little bit, I think.
Let's watch this.
We do have an AMSOIL action shot that we can check out. See what happened with Timmy at the top of the hill. Hang on just a sec, guys, and we'll throw that up.
And I'm fixing to get out here and let Matt back.
All right, Trip, thanks for joining me up here. Matt, welcome back. Here's our AMSOIL action shot. You can see he tagged that rock, it swung his back end around, and it is still slick and muddy up there, and then right into that tree.
Those rocks are a little tough up there.
Matt, you had a great run out there. Well done.
Yeah, we got it done.
Looks like Blake Harity on the course now. Blake was number 13, and he, I believe, is going to be wrapping up course 1 here for the bouncer class.
This rock section here is so chewed up and ate up. It is. You just have to kind of pin it and let the buggy land where it lands and hope it makes it through.
Well, you made it through.
It did. Again, carrying good momentum through there, and then you kind of got to just let the buggy settle where it falls. We saw Timmy kind of bouncing through it. We saw Nick kind of bouncing through it. Blake Harity on course right now. Blake running that TC chassis. Blake has this super sweet orange and black and gray camo wrap on all of his stuff. I've seen him post some pictures of his garage. He has some pretty cool toys in there. Here we go. That's a 72.127 for Mr. Blake Harity. He's going to wrap up our unlimited class for the Rock Bouncers. We do have our limited class to go next. I think we have about 5 drivers for that. While we get everything reset for our limited bouncers, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. AMSOIL makes it simple with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at AMSOIL.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at AMSOIL.com.
from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
So we were a sponsor of SRS in 2012, the first year, and we built our product to the racers. They had a need, and we had a solution. They were breaking parts, breaking axles, and we were able to build the strongest axles on the planet for them. We developed the Big Bell CV over that period of time as well, which is the 40 spline, 47 spline stuff that you see in a majority of the rock bouncers. And we've also developed UTV for the UTV buggies and the stock class racers. We've got product for that as well. So we've really utilized this racing to develop and work with these guys the best product available. So over the years, we've worked really closely with drivers like Tim Cameron. He's been very helpful helping us develop this product line for the UTV, the rock bouncer, and he's been quite successful himself doing the racing, as well as a ton of others. We couldn't be here without these guys testing our product and doing these things, pushing us to the limit to help them push them to the limit.
Welcome back, everybody. I do have our top 5 from Course 1 for the unlimited bouncers to go over with you guys. Wade Good had the fastest time with a 55, followed by Jeremy Whited with a 63, Daniel Heckley with a 64, Dan Bowman with a 66, and then Dustin Medley with a 68, rounding out our top 5. Little bit different lineup than we usually see. So Course 1 is a little tough on our bouncer class, and I'm curious to see how Course 2 is going to shake out. But before we get to any of that, we have our limited bouncers. Switch page. Well, I think we've got about 5 drivers if they're all present for our limited class. Never mind, we have maybe 3 drivers. Okay, well, you know what? We're all going to find out together. We're going to go to the line, and we're going to see who we got. This is Chris Clemens starting things off for Course 1 of the limited bouncer class. And while we watch Chris's run, I'm going to take you guys through our points real quick. Chris is in the lead with points at this point of the season with 301 points. In second right now is Eric Beck, 62 points behind him. And then we've got Ranger Martin in third and Dustin Carter in fourth place, points-wise, for the limited class right now.
Here we go. Ah, dang it. Oh.
Is that the third rollover we've seen against that tree?
Against that exact tree,
today?
And Chris did an awesome job. You could tell as soon as the buggy started to turn around, he matted the gas, tried to swing it around, and did his very best to try to bring it down that hill. Unfortunately, that's not – see the steering wheel coming on the roof there. He's like, that's a super awkward way to get out of a vehicle.
Yeah,
so,
that's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Man, you hate to see that. All right, we got our AMSOIL action shot.
We hate to see it, but let's see it again in slow motion with our AMSOIL action shot.
Again, you can see it. We had talked all day about how that, those rocks are kind of just pitching to everybody in the certain area. He was throttling down, unfortunately kicked that front end around. Luckily was able to swing it, but Took a little bit of a bounce. I think he caught the edge of that tree on the front right tire. Unfortunately, just tossed up against there. But we've seen a few guys got a reset against that. Appreciate Amsoil for giving us these awesome recovery shots here. Okay. We got a tire change going on over here.
Well, not just any tire change.
I love it. That's great.
Literally just Kenneth holding up propping up Collier's 200 over here.
Kenneth Cozy is like, I got this.
I wish we had a video of what this over here to show you guys right now.
Yes, yeah.
It's more entertaining.
Yeah, and that's why you don't mouth off to Kenneth.
I think that's the quickest and easiest tire change I've ever seen outside of, like, NASCAR.
Yeah.
Formula Off-Road.
He's like, I'll just pick it up. It's fine.
Formula One, not Formula Off-Road.
Yeah. Well, Formula Off-Road.
Those are our Icelandic friends.
I'm sure they do some pretty decent tire changes.
They probably do.
Yeah. They have pretty lightweight buggies, too, but it takes a few more guys.
Yeah, NASCAR ain't got nothing on these guys. They ain't even jack over here. Just need Kenneth to hold it up.
Yeah.
Our youth drivers are starting to get to that point where we got to start rounding them up and get them into their buggies. After we run the limited bouncer class, we'll be going on to our teen/amateur class. And then we will have our youth class running in the middle of the day, but in between courses 1 and 2 for the rest of our classes, just like we usually do.
Looks like they're up there working to get him recovered. I'm sure that I think they're going to use a pulley or a snatch block and kind of winch him back over. Yeah, the old Tink car took a little bit of a hit there, but you could tell he had kind of whipped the steering around. He was trying to correct it the best he could, and unfortunately just kind of tagged that tree and tipped over. But I know a lot of our racers are very thankful for that tree today. Help them keep them from tumbling down that hill. Again, shout out to SCS Transfer Cases. We appreciate them sponsoring this weekend. They do a great job. They make a lot of tractor pulling transfer cases, as well as there's guys from the Ultra 4 Series who've started putting them in there. They are more of a direct drive. Like I said, I have one that bolts up to a Turbo 400. It bolts directly to the back of the case. And We have almost a 3-to-1 issue, like a 3-to-1 transfer case ratio. It's a 2.99 to 1. They're pretty indestructible cases. I know we've had a few guys I think have broken something, but they're pretty indestructible. After you see what our guys put them through, you can understand why. Then we got a lot of our UTV guys right now jockeying stuff around, trying to get fixed for course 2 that broke stuff. A lot of guys checking on their bouncer as well. See Keith up there, his American flag waving through the trees. Looks like we might be a minute. Might do time to grab some sweet snacky snacks there for you guys. They might be trying to get some equipment up there. I know they have a skid steer and some other stuff up there on top. I know they have some fire suppression crews up there as well. And it looks very sunny right now. I'm kind of curious if that's what's gonna stay for the rest of the day. Maybe our live chat can tell me if we got rain coming or not. Saying 40% chance of rain around 4 o'clock. We should be done by then. Fingers crossed. like they're about to get Chris Clemens back out of there. I know they were winching around the back axle. They were talking on the radio, trying to get him pulled around.
Well, he's back on all four, so that's always a good sign.
A little bit of smoke. He can probably get turned around there and come right back down.
Dustin Vaughn, do me a favor and get ready. Dustin Vaughn. Man, I hope that's you coming in here hot. Let's
go. We got Dustin Vaughn pulling in behind us, and Big Red, which is Big Tim's buggy. He'll be racing it this weekend.
Yeah, all right.
A little blast from the past.
like old Dustin Vaughn, man, got himself a seat in Big Red. Oh, Big Red.
Looks like Chris Clemens is making his way down the hill now. Looks like he's got a little bit of smoke up there still. Another few revs up, it should be cleared. Yeah, it looks like he has a front right flat.
This is a limited class. These buggies don't have any power outers. That means they don't have any superchargers. They don't have any turbochargers. They're not running any nitrous. They don't have rear steer, and they don't have the triple bypass shocks. They're back down to the old school rock mountain. So what that does is it opens up a class for the average Joe to come in. We had a lot of drivers contact us and say, hey, it's not fair. I got to race against millionaires that are building these stupid fast buggies with jet engines and helicopter blades and stuff, and it's so fun to play with those guys. Let's put this thing back down and let's limit it. We're going to lower it to certain things. So we continue the limited class.
All right, we are ready to send Dustin Vaughn, our second driver. This is the limited bouncer class, course 1. So remember, what makes this the limited class is that these bouncers have no rear steer. They have no power adders. They got a single shock per corner. And, not looking good for Dustin right now, though. Come on, Dustin.
He had some issues with steering this morning on the way down here.
Oh man.
I think it was I think he threw a belt. I don't know if it broke the belt or they just threw the belt, but unfortunately it looks like he's having the same issue.
All right. Well, I was talking about the limitations.
Yes.
Why it's the limited class, and that was new for this season because we wanted to open up to the drivers that I'm gonna say average Joes, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Just the drivers that I don't have a buggy that it can compete with something Timmy built, or these guys that are out here laying down these super fast passes, but you still want to be part of it. You have maybe something you kind of trail ride in, but can also race or whatever. So that's what we created the limited class for this season, just to try and open up just another option, another avenue of getting new drivers involved, and not feeling like they had to go out and make a whole new rig in order to come and race and be competitive. So they're running the same courses as the unlimited class. So it's the same exact course, but just against each other as the limited class.
Yeah, and it's great to see these guys come out again with limitations they have. Come out again. I know Dustin's raced this buggy a few times before.
Usually we see Big Tim Bacon rolling around in that with his cooler in the back. And it's not as often that we see it on a race course.
And you hate to see that for Dustin. You know, haul the buggy all the way here, practice it, get everything ready, and then, you know, unfortunately have something silly happen, like, you know, throw a power steering pump or something like that.
How about you, Stumpy, Bert City,
And it looks like we've got Dustin Carter backing into the race line starting gate now. So once we get Dustin Vaughn completely recovered or at least removed off the course, then we'll be sending Dustin Carter.
Say that a few times
to make his
fast.
run. Somebody named Dustin is going to be racing.
too long.
All right, course is clear and clock is high for Dustin Carter.
I was talking to Little Tim and I said, this motor is a small block forward, but it absolutely sounds like a big block. And he said, yeah, Dustin's uncle owns like a motor shop, and that's kind of what they do. So they do a lot of drag racing. So he said they build a pretty good engine. Those of you who have ever been here and listened to his motor in person know that it absolutely screams. Ooh.
It identifies as a big block.
Yeah, it does. It does. Something doesn't quite sound just right now.
He seemed to be doing all right till he hit that tree on the way up. But you know what? With his other two competitors being DNF so far, things are still looking okay for Dustin Carter on course one.
You can hear him revving it. It sounds like he's trying to clean it out. Again, checking up a little bit there with that big ledge. We've seen a couple guys kind of endo right there. Oh, go, baby, go. Wow. He literally hit the... Yeah. He hit the flag part of the flag, but not the pole part of the flag.
That's strategery right there, Matt.
That is. It was very calculated. That's a 113.818.
888.
888.
But you know, it doesn't really matter since that's the only time on the board for our limited class. Course one, that was Dustin Carter, and that does wrap up the limited class. That means that we are ready to move into our UTV teen slash amateur class. Looks like we've got Caden Schaefer on the line already. Going to start things off for course one.
Going to try to keep things rolling here. Try to beat some of that rain that's coming in later today, it looks like.
So looking at points and where things are standing coming into this weekend, I've got our top 5 here. Ramsey Trainer is in the lead with 485 points. Josie Northington is second in points right now, but 51 points behind Ramsey, though, so he's got a pretty comfortable lead. Then we've got Sadie Ellison with third place in points, Clara Hoback in fourth, and Jace Northington fifth in points. That's how things are at this point of the season coming into this weekend for our teen class.
All those rookies, come on down. Y'all get ready. It's going to be time for y'all to race. Try to figure out who's in front of you when they go. It's your turn. Come on, kids.
See a lot of our amateur lined up over here. Here we go. Clock is hot.
Caden Schaefer on the course, starting things off for our UTV amateur class. Uh-oh. I hope our teen class studied up on their course maps.
Yeah, there's a lot of turns. We used to just do the good old hill killing. Kind of close your eyes and hold the gas and pray you make it.
You got to pay a little more attention.
It is no longer that way. Okay, we're bordering GPS installed at this point. Okay.
Turn left now.
Yes, right now we're turning left. There's a few courses I've been like, if I had one, I'd have put it in there. Like this course too. There's quite a few turns in it, so I'm excited to see it.
Getting a little off camber there.
Yeah, you can kind of see with the drone there, you can kind of see the elevation of this Mickey Thompson mountain as these guys are crossing it.
This teen amateur, they're kind of interchangeable. You'll hear us saying it both ways, but no,
keep going. Oh, stink.
Oh, who put that tree there?
Yeah, dang it.
That's his dad getting down there real quick.
Him and Ben Driscoll.
Oh man,
you could see he was trying to put it back on its tires.
So this class was new for this year, and we created it as a way to kind of bridge the gap between our youth class and the drivers that were aging out of that and not quite ready to jump in racing with stock or cup yet, though. So we created this teen class for like our 13 to 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And we even have a few younger drivers than that. They didn't actually age out of the youth class yet, but they just felt they were ready to go ahead and step up to this next level. And they've all been doing such an awesome job this year, racing hard, super competitive. You know, Matt, a lot of times, most of the time, I can't tell the difference between this class and our stock class.
Yeah, and these guys and gals go out there and absolutely just push it down, push hard, go fast, and they do an absolutely incredible job. And it is, it is a crazy difference to go from the youth class all the way to racing guys like Cooper Bentley in the stock class. So I like that we have this amateur/teen class. Got an AMSO action shot here. Again, you can see him kind of coming down. It gets a little bit off camera. I think he tagged a rock. Oh, a tree.
No, that tree jumped out and it just jumped right in front of him. We all saw it, Caden. We all saw it just jump right in front of you.
Super slow rollover after that.
That was one of those heartbreakers.
Yeah. You can
That's my new term for the really slow rollover that you just there's nothing you can do about it, and it's annoyingly
slow. That's like the worst rollover. I'd rather
just
have something
here we go,
violent and fast versus like okay. Especially once you make the first roll.
Yeah.
At that point, you're along for the ride. You're just
when you have
out.
time to think, oh crap, here we go.
It's true.
That's a heartbreaker.
It's true.
Once we get Caden fully off the course, we've got Jace Northington lined up next.
Again, shout out to our course workers out there, running around, getting everybody back on their wheels. Yeah, yeah, Taylor. We don't call it the Tennessee Topple for nothing. We've seen a whole lot of rigs topple this
weekend.
weekend.
You did there. Maybe we should have named it something else.
Yeah. The Tennessee break and keep going doesn't have the same ring to it. Oh. I think that's his dad up there giving some pointers. Oh, yeah, dang it.
Uh-oh.
He came.
We got to send in Keith.
All right, we're back. It looks like we have a Northington. Is this Jace?
A Northington. This is Jace Northington.
Okay. I had to like do a second.
One
look.
of the two.
I had to do a second look at the chassis.
You just say J&J Racing is on
deck.
Yes,
J&J Racing.
So that was Caden Schaefer that we got recovered off the course. Jace is our second driver for our team class on course 1. Jace is 5th in points right now coming into this weekend overall. He's got his work cut out for him if he wants to catch up to his sister Josie.
Yeah.
Points though.
They are the two that I absolutely love to watch battle out here. They are fierce competitors, at least to each other.
I would say overall. But definitely with each other. They don't call their race program sibling rivalry for nothing, I think.
True.
50.729. A nice run from Jace Northington.
See Justin Holback at his WT back there, the old work truck.
Old WT.
Be careful with the roof rack as you're getting in.
Yeah.
It'll give you a temporary concussion.
Yep, been there, done that. I believe we've got Whitley Smith backing into the starting gate now. This is Whitley's first race in the teen class. She has raced in the youth class before, but she has moved up a class now. Let's see how she does. It's a pretty big difference, Matt, to go from a 200 or 170 into a full body RZR.
A huge leap.
And not even the difference of just the vehicle they're driving, but also the courses being way longer. They're up and down the hills this time. We don't incorporate much of the hills in the youth class, obviously. You know, they're still learning and much younger.
And they also don't have the power either.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't make it even if they wanted to. The will is there for the youngins, but not the horsepower.
Yes. I feel like they definitely charge hard. Unfortunately, the vehicle could only do
it's
so much.
It's probably a good thing, actually, that those don't go faster than they do.
I think Nick said they were like 13 horsepower or something. It's like something
that's all they need at that age.
It's like super tiny or something.
Well, Whitley is doing an awesome job right now with this course.
There
and
we
she
go.
is through the finish line already.
That's a 5.9.674.
Nicely done.
Got Lucas Buffkin sitting down there in that race line starting gate. I see a lot of dirt coming off those back tires. He may have something wrong with the front. There he goes. Man, it looks like he's high centered on a rock or a stump. Again, Bub Meadows down there trying to help spot for him. Yeah, Bub's giving the motion for Keith to come on down.
All right, y'all send some help over there. A little bit of help.
Right, looks like Lucas is going to need some recovery assistance, unfortunately.
Looks like Brentley Haven's going to head on down. Check it out. All right, it sounds like we got everything cleared and the course is about to go hot. We'll give Keith a minute to get pulled back over there. All right. Sounds like course is clear now. Clear a hole back. Backed into our race line starting gate there. All right, clock is hot. Claire's dad, Justin, does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for us. He's over there running our starting gate. Claire is one of those people that could be racing the youth class and said, hey, you know what? I want to accept the challenge, and I want to jump up into that teen, even though I don't have to. So super awesome to see her out there racing the teen class. Very cool to see. I think there's a co-driver with her today. Trying to give her some pointers. I know a handful of our youth and teen have co-drivers sometimes. Some of our younger stock and UTV Cup drivers will hop in and help out. Claire raced our youth class for quite a while. Her brother Collier is still racing in our youth class. And as Bree would say, it is all downhill from here. Great job. Again, after several DNFs, it was great to see us get a finish out here. Get a lot of weird breakage. That's a 99.915. I think we're getting Sadie Ellison backed out over there. All right, we got Brennan Baldwin.
All right, on the line, Brandon Baldwin going for a hot track. We're going to signal. Wishing the best of luck.
All right, clock is hot. And they're doing a ton of running across this course here.
Brennan Baldwin also raced with us in the bounty class earlier this morning. Making sure he gets his seat time in this weekend.
Yeah.
Maddie Darnell. Maddie Darnell. All right, let's move those clean drivers down a little closer to the start line. Come on down here. Pretend like you're going to race.
Ooh, 5.7.930. That's a second place time right now on course 1 for the team class. Fastest time right now is Jace Northington with a 50, now followed by Brennan with a 57. Then we've got Whitley Smith with a 59 and Clara Hoback with a 99.
All right, we got Maddie Darnell back into that race line starting gate.
Here we go with Maddie Darnell.
Maddie was down here pre-running last night. Her and her dad, David. David raced with us yesterday. Teen drivers all down here getting jockeyed around.
Maddie doing a great job making her way around this course. Hey, that pre-running pays off, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is really good. Her and her dad, you'll see out there doing quite a bit of pre-running. Getting everything dialed in. Again, getting a good feel for the course. That's a 64.638. Again, great time by Maddie Darnell right there. Got Ramsey Trainer. One of our fierce competitors in the team class.
He is our points leader in the team class right now, too, with a 51-point lead. Ramsey, I believe, is also our youngest driver. He's not actually even a teen yet, but he went ahead and decided to step up from the youth class to the teen class. And he's obviously been doing an awesome job with it this season.
He's a very fierce competitor, but also a great guy. You'll see him out on course helping out from time to time.
.522 for Ramsey Trainer. That is a second place time right now. Jace Northington still hanging on to the lead with that 50, now followed by Ramsey with a 57, and then Whitley Smith with a 59. Those are your top three right now on course 1 for our UTV team class. We've got 2 drivers left, I believe, before we finish up this class. We've got Josie Northington now. Josie is second in points for the season right now.
Ooh. Definitely giving her brother a run for his money. Again, being second in this class is a very fierce competitor. Now you have to come out and battle hard in the C class.
Well, Josie impressed all of us with her very first race at Fiddler's Bend in Oklahoma. Man, was that just last summer, Matt?
I think it was.
Wow. But she came out absolutely fearless and laid down a super fast run and she's been doing a great job ever since.
That's a 57.974 for Josie.
Just behind Ramsey. Ramsey just had a 57.5. Josie now with a 57.9. Hold on, Matt. Josie has a 57.97. Brennan Baldwin has a 57.93.
Wow. Wow.
How do they do it?
That's impressive.
All right, this should be Sadie Ellison out on the course now. Sadie is third in points coming into the weekend, so she's been working hard this season with some great consistent runs. She had a 4th place finish at our last race in West Virginia before our summer break.
Nice smooth run going here. The whole Ellison Racing family has been out here showing off all weekend. Watched her brother yesterday do some racing.
Yeah, her older brother Cohen racing yesterday. Younger brother Nathan will be racing in the youth class shortly.
Yeah.
All the youth class. Who got to go? This is one of my favorite ones here.
All right, let's check her time. .514. Nice run for Sadie. You guys give me just a second here, and I will tell you our rundown real quick from course 1.
Had some awesome runs by that.
If Collier doesn't run me over.
We've had a few people bump into the booth this weekend. Cooper Bentley did it yesterday as we were watching a run. A few of them were giving us some love taps. Our youth getting out there. You can see Collier about to enter the screen there. Going to get out there, do a little practice. Justin will get out there and lead them all around. Looks like, a mom goose and all the small geese behind him. Very cute. Very cute. I know I would never say that to them because they would definitely hit me, but it's very cute.
All right, guys, here's this rundown for you from course 1 for the teen class. Jace Northington had the fastest with a 50, followed by Ramsey Trainer with a 57.5, Brennan Baldwin with a 57.93, Josie Northington with a 57.97.
Wow.
And then we had Whitley Smith with a 59, Maddie Darnell with a 64, Sadie Ellison with a 77, and Clara Hoback with a 99. Awesome job to all of our team drivers. We are going to take a break now. We've got our youth drivers. You can see all the activity behind us. They are going to get lined up and go do their practice laps, and then we'll have them run both of their courses. Yeah. But we are going to take about a 20-minute break, and we'll come back up with a new feed for the youth class. So you guys don't go too far. We'll see you then.
We'll see you guys.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by SCS GearBox, Mickey Thompson, Spider Offroad, and RCV Axle.